Good morning and welcome to Yoga by Beka. I'm Beka and let's do some stretches this morning. I don't have a lot of time, so I thought maybe just doing some stretching for my lower body might be a great idea. So let's stand on our mat, raise our right leg up, and do some circles. Sweep the knee in and out, opening up the hips. Bring the knee as high as you can, then open it off to the side and then down. Do this a few times to make some circles. First making circles going outward and then doing some circles rotating the hip and the knee inward. Now let's do the left side, left knee up, and windshield wiper it to the left and the right, rotating the hip in and rotating the hip out, and then bringing the knee as high as you can towards your chest, and then opening it up to the side. Open it out to the side, opening up your hip, and then down, and then do this several times like drawing a circle. Then do it where you're drawing a circle towards the inside, picking it up and drawing a circle towards the front of you. Shake out your legs a little bit, wake them up a bit. Widen your feet and then hinge at the hips with your knees bent generously if you'd like. Lower the trunk to the ground, hinging from the hips, letting your head be heavy. And let's pedal out your feet. Straighten your left leg, then the right. Just kind of introducing movement and waking up the legs, stretching them out. I'm a pretty old woman. I'm an older woman getting close to 50. And if you're like me, when you wake up, you are creaky. So this is a great way to stretch and wake up those legs. Now slowly reach down and grab the back of your ankles and pull your chest to be closer to the tops of your thighs. Give your legs a great big hug. Feel the stretching and hold this, breathing deeply in and out, relaxing in the stretch. Now lift halfway up, flat back. Bend the knees and step your left leg back. Your right leg is up. And now we're in a low lunge. Push your hips forward and let your knee rock over past your toes. You can put your hands down for support as I am. And really stretch out that leg. Slowly get it a little bit deeper. Then, when ready, shift your hips backwards and straighten that front leg with your toe flexed towards the ceiling. And if it's comfortable to do so, lean your body over top of the leg. This is your half split. Breathe deeply in and out. Give your shin or your kneecap a little kiss. Let your head rest on your leg or near. Whatever's the most comfortable and what your body will allow you to do. Now, gently rebend that front leg and rock forward. Lift the back knee off the mat. Reposition into a lunge that's comfortable and where your feet are sturdy. Place the right arm on your right knee in the front. Get your balance and slowly reach back with your left hand and grab your left foot, pulling it in towards your buttocks. If you can do so, take both hands and reach back and grab that foot, bringing it in deeper. Slowly shift forward with your hips shifting towards your knee. Now release that back leg softly and gently. Put your fingertips down, touching the mat. Lift that back knee up again, and now let's do lizard lunge. If it feels good to do so, rock forward and backwards, just enjoying the movement being introduced. Stretching out that leg. Now slowly take your right knee and rotate your hip to where your knee is pointed outwards, and take your hand and gently push it a little deeper, creating some space. Your right foot is on its razor's edge, big toe and other toes off the mat. Open up your chest and rotate to where you're in a spinal twist, looking towards your right side. Now release and edge your right foot over to the left side of the mat. Gently lay down that knee and let's do pigeon pose. If your knees are sensitive, you can scoot your foot to be closer to your left hip. It does not have to be at a 90-degree angle. It just has to feel good for your body, however your body wants to bend. Never force anything. Do it comfortably and with peace. Mabel, my dog, wants to do yoga with us. Mabel is an old lady like me. She turned 10 this year. When ready, lift your leg up and let it go to the back to where you're in plank position. Then slowly roll your hips up and back into downward facing dog. Pedal out your feet. Hop or skip or walk your feet up to the top of the mat to meet in forward fold. Lift your back halfway up, flat back, and step your right foot back behind you. Now in a low lunge with your left foot up in the front. Slowly move your hips to be moving forward and your knee slowly leaning over your toes if possible. Your right leg is behind you, laying gently on the mat. If you want to increase the stretch, raise your arms up, perhaps clasp them behind your back, opening up the chest and shifting the hips forward. Breathe in deeply and breathe out. Then slowly shift your hips back. Straighten your left leg with your left foot flexed towards the ceiling. And if it's comfortable to do so, bend your torso over that leg into a deep stretch. Let your body be heavy over your left leg. Give your knee or your shin a little kiss. Enjoying the deep stretch of your leg. Now lift up. Rebend that left leg into a kneeling low lunge. Get sturdy. Put your left hand on top of the left knee. And then slowly take your right hand and reach back to grab your right foot. And if it's possible, then try to grab them with both hands. Pulling your right foot in closer towards your right hip, leaning forward, letting your knee easily go over your foot, stretching forward. Gently release the back leg. Straighten and lift the knee off the mat into lizard lunge. Rock back and forth, stretching out those legs. Slowly lower the right leg down on the mat again, and take your left hand and slightly open up that left hip. Rock your left knee over to the side. Your foot goes on its razor edge, all toes off the mat, creating space, opening up your chest, and twisting towards the left, having a spinal twist, as well as doing a great hip opener on that left side. Now slowly release. Edge your left foot over to the right side of the mat and lay down your knee into pigeon pose. If your knee is very sensitive, you can bring your left heel closer to your right hip. It does not have to be at a 90-degree angle. You can keep your hands on your mat, lifting chest high. Or if you want to make it a deeper stretch, you can always slowly lower your torso over your left leg. I'm going to choose to stay right where I'm at. I feel like this stretch is deep enough for me. Now slowly lift your right knee off the mat, take your left leg and step it behind you into plank position. And then slowly lift the hips up and back into downward facing dog. Pedal out your feet. And then hop, skip, or jump up to the front of the mat into a forward fold. Slowly roll your spine up vertebrae by vertebrae into a standing position. Then turn and face the side of your mat. Feet wide apart, hands on hip, shrug your shoulders back, chest out. Hinge on your hips. Don't bend your back, but hinge from your hips and slowly lower your head down into a forward fold center straddle, standing up. Grab your ankles and breathe in and out, letting your head and trunk just be heavy. If it's possible, walk your hands or bend your head down to where your crown is facing the ground. Enjoying the deep stretch. When ready, lift halfway up, flat back. Make your feet a bit wider. And then lower down on your right side, lowering your hip down on your right foot. Let your left toes rotate up and be flexed towards the sky into spider lunge. Support your body in any way you need. Your feet can be down on the ground, or if you're more advanced, you can put your hands in prayer position at heart center. Now straighten your right leg back into the fold, but then now sink your hips to your left side, sinking your left hip to your left foot. Right foot, the toes go flexed, kneecap and toes pointed towards the ceiling into spider lunge. Supporting your body any way that you need to. Breathe deeply in and out. Then straighten your leg back into center standing straddle. Walk your hands to the front of the mat. Place your feet at the end of the mat into plank position. Pull your hips up and back, catching a wave back into downward facing dog. Slowly lower your knees down into tabletop, but then pull your knees through and now spread them wide apart in a sitting position, tall back. Feet are wide apart into a sitting straddle. Slowly walk your hands and hinge on your hips to try to pancake your back to the floor. Of course, with my advanced age, and I do have a bad back, I'm not that flexible. My hips don't quite rotate as much as some others. All of our bodies are uniquely designed. But do whatever feels right for your body. If you can, grab your feet, catch your big toe, and then slowly, when ready, pull yourself back up. At this time, we had a great morning stretch. Let's do a quick meditation. Cross your legs. Let your hands lie gently upturned on your knees. Get into some deep breathing and just relax. When ready, rub your hands together and go off to your day. Thank you so much.